Welcome to the TDWG podcast. My name's Paul Davidson.
And my name is Scott Norman.
And today we are going to take a trip back in time and we are going to determine what was the best song of the summer for the past decade.
Yep, so this is one of our summersodes, and we are going to look back in summersode fashion at previous summers in which we had no summersodes and see which of the last 10 years had the best song of the summer. Now, first we're going to go through and grade all 10.
And if we give it an F, that's a song that if we hear it, we immediately turn the radio. We try to avoid it at all costs.
Yes.
If we give it a D, if it's on in public, we'll listen to it. But if it still comes on the radio, we'll turn it. C, we kind of don't care. We'll let it play no matter what. B, we'll kind of crank it up and be like, all right, this is a pretty good song.
And A is we will look it up on Spotify to listen to it.
Yes. That is how we're going to go through grading these. And so we're going to go through all of them through the 20 teens.
Yeah, so we're going to start with 2010 and work our way up to present day. Obviously, we haven't determined the song of the summer this summer yet, so we will leave that for future podcasts.
It's a different decade, too.
It's true. We are going up from 2010 to 2019, and we will walk through song by song, starting with 2010, which is... what?
California Girls by Katy Perry, featuring Snoop Dogg.
I am unaware of this song.
Oh, it's California Girls are incredible. Daisy Duke something on top.
This is why Paul is in podcasting and not the record industry. I genuinely don't know that song. When I hear California Girls, I think of the Beach Boys song, I wish they all could be California.
So for you, automatically, I guess it's a C, because you have no idea.
Yeah, I'll put it at C level just because when I hear it, I'd be like, I don't think I've heard this song.
I'm not gonna lie, I cranked it whenever it came out in the summer of 2010. I was riding around on a gator, popping holes in poly pipe, jamming out to some Katy Perry. So I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give California Girls a B.
I didn't even think about that.
Yep. I'm gonna give California Girls by Katy Perry a B. Let's move on to 2011. Do you have the list in front of you?
There's no 2013. Who
cares? That was a bad year.
All right, so 2011... It's Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO. So, this is one I am aware of. You could not escape this song for, honestly, 5 years, probably. You couldn't escape this song. It played everywhere.
When I first heard this song, I was like, this is the dumbest song ever.
And it just gets better.
It just gets better and better and better. And
it's like watching Napoleon Dynamite, right? The first time you watch Napoleon Dynamite, you're like, what is this trash heap? There is no plot. What is this? And then you watch it the second time, and you're like, and then you watch it like the 15th time, and you're busting a gut about, like, Tina, you fat lard, come get your dinner.
Like I said, when I first heard Party Rock, I hated it. And then it became like my I would start. This was back when I ran all the time, not all the time, but I ran in the evenings, and I would start off my runs listening to Party Rock. That's how much I grew to love Party Rock by LA.
But wouldn't you like accidentally shuffle backwards as well?
Oh yeah.
You know, well instead of running.
Oh yeah, I would start doing it once in the middle of running. So, but yeah, I'm giving Party Rock Anthem an A.
I'm actually going to give Party Rock Anthem an A as well. I enjoy it. Really, the absolutely nonsensical music video that goes with it as well, where there's like dance zombies or something happening. Yeah, I enjoy that song, and it's absolute pure nonsense.
All right, 2012. We have ourselves now our first choice that we have to make. We are presented with two songs, but there only can be one song of the summer. And so we have to decide between Psy's Gundam Style and Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Okay, so I will say that Call Me Maybe was probably more of a true song of the summer in that it was playing on the radio all the time, whereas Gangnam Style I feel like was more of a viral hit.
I feel like Gundam Style became a thing more towards the fall than necessarily the summer. Because I remember listening to Gundam Style on my way to do a football game.
I just have to ask, are you saying Gundam Style?
I don't know.
Those are like the big Japanese robots, aren't they?
Hey, that's the way I like to imagine. I know it's a district in Seoul. Yeah. Don't at me, K-pop people. But I prefer them as the giant robots.
He's picturing Psy riding and piloting one of those giant robots.
While yelling at butts.
Yes. Oh, God. that scene would be a lot different in a Gundam. So
I think we're on the same page here of what we're voting for.
I are, but I have a weird caveat here, and that is, I like Gangnam Style better.
Nah, I like Call Me Baby.
I like it better as a song, just because it's one of those things that.
So you're not going to give out your number?
It's
maybe.
I am not. As someone dances weirdly on a car, I am going to say that my official opinion is in the vein of Weird Al Yankovic. Gangnam Style is a fun song, even though he did intend it to be a parody song, but it became the biggest thing ever on YouTube for a long while. But I will say that Call Me Maybe is the true song of the summer, because I do believe it was
So
more...
which one are we going with?
Call Me Maybe.
Call Me Maybe. All right.
But I like the other one better. It just wasn't the song of the summer.
So personally, out of the Carly Rae Jepsen spear, out of her oeuvre of her discography, of course, Emotions is the better album. And oh, come on. Emotions, I really, really, really Like You is her best song, starring Tom Hanks in the music video. But with Call Me Maybe, I'm going to give it a B. I like Call Me Maybe.
I'm going to say a B because it's fun. I wouldn't turn away from it, but I might. So it's a B minus for me.
All right, 2013 was a trash year, so we're just going to skip that.
Yeah, apparently there's no song of the summer. If you have a song from 2013 that you're like, you guys should have considered this,
mention it in the comments.
Yeah, mention it in the comments. Maybe in a future episode we'll come back and apologize to you, because you'll point out, our most favorite song ever that we forgot.
2014, we're choosing between Fancy by Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX and Problem by Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea. Both of them are Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea had a good year in 2014.
She did. I remember that whenever she was on top, and I kept on thinking, Iggy Azalea is an excellent name for some billionaire's third wife.
Like AXAE12 or whatever his name is right now. The newest,
no idea.
The newest child of Elon Musk.
Oh, okay.
With, I don't remember her name, celebrity name lady. And
she's a singer, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah. But anyway, point being that they named their kid like.
Was it Charlie XCX?
I mean, is it basically?
So basically, which Iggy Azalea song do you prefer? Fancy, I'm So Fancy, or I Have One Less Problem Without You?
Okay, now that you've said that, I actually am now aware of what the Problem song is, because I couldn't off the top of my head think of it. I would say Fancy is the song.
Fancy was the bigger song. I will say Problem was the better song, but Fancy was the bigger song.
I don't think I heard Problem until probably a few years later.
They came out, obviously they came out the same year.
Yeah.
But I remember listening to them at the same time. Problem, once again,
was one on one speaker and one on the other speaker?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was listening one in the tractor and then one on my earbuds.
So it was like a...
That's the funny thing about every one of these songs is I've listened to them while driving a tractor.
So I'm just picturing Fancy blasting as you're rolling slowly through a field.
My favorite of all time.
I'm so fancy.
I forget what Kanye West album it was, but I feel like it was the one that Rick Rubin dubbed where he stripped it down. And it was like he didn't even really have a cover for it. That Kanye West album,
the one where he like drew the album on the way to the studio.
No. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and he released that in the fall. This is the one he released during the summer. I feel like it's the one with Bound on it.
I don't know.
Or the Black Skinhead. Dun, 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 that song, that album. I remember listening to that one I remember tweeting saying I'm probably the only person driving a cabless tractor listening to Kanye West's new album.
I will say, of all Kanye West's albums, his most recent is my favorite.
That just surprised me. I'm still fond of College Dropout, and if we are going to the Kanye West universe, his masterpiece, his love letter to hip hop, is Common's B album. But I digress.
Yeah,
we need to talk about 2014.
We should have a Kanye podcast.
That's what we probably should have done.
Because I could talk the politics of Kanye. Anyway,
Kanye West. I love Kanye West.
Oh yeah,
he's a crazy person. I love him.
I like that he admits he's a crazy person. But anyway,
Fancy. I'm So Fancy. Everyone should know. From LA to Tokyo, what grade are you giving Fancy?
I'm gonna give Fancy a B.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a B. If it was Problem, I'd give it an A. because Ariana Grande, that was before she became Pete Davidson's fiance, when she was awesome. Now she's kind of...
Is there a relation there? I'm just curious.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Me and Pete Davidson are not related.
Okay.
We just have the same last name.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge. I don't know. We
maybe
might be far down the line.
there.
Yeah. All right. So 2014, Fancy, got a B. 2015, we got
Cheerleader
by Ami and See You Again by Wiz Khalifa.
Is this even a contest?
I remember listening to Cheerleader a little bit more than See You Again, but I remember See You Again not being escapable, so I think See You Again...
I mean, See You Again, like, first off, it was the first one to pass Gangnam Style. Now, this is YouTube streams. I don't know about total streams. But first one to pass Gangnam Style, and... I mean,
it has transcended more than a song of the summer.
Yes, it combines the fact that it was part of a massive international movie super franchise, and was actually commemorating a real person, and was a song of the summer that was a viral hit.
I remember putting it. It was like the Campbell song of class song whenever they graduated that year, and they graduated and the song had just come out.
So as they're leaving, they're like, "You're dead to me now."
No, they'll see you again. It's been a long day without you, but I'll see you again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sorry, the implications, big picture of that.
Anyway. I'm gonna give this a C because I had to edit a senior video with a bunch of people, and so I had to listen to the song way too much right before it got really, really big, and then I had to listen to it all summer.
Then you couldn't escape it.
And I couldn't escape it, so I'm gonna give it a C.
I was actually gonna give it an A because I feel like just on the fact that, like you said, it transcended all. Like usually you get that end of the movie song that's like, Will Smith rapping about the movie, saying stuff that he would never say in a real song, but just because they paid him a lot of money to write. And
it happened in the movie.
Yeah,
even though the Men in Black do not protect the entire galaxy, they only protect Earth.
Yeah. Anyway, but point being that I feel like that was all they were expecting this song to be when they got these folks together to write the song, was just like a Men in Black over the end of the credits song. And it ended up being this massive super hit. And so based on its overperformance on its own merit, I'm going to give it an A.
All right. So I give it a C, you give it an A. 2016, our next one, we had to split the baby in two. What are the two songs, Mr. Norman?
One Dance by Drake and Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake.
And you have no idea about this Drake mega hit. The same year that Hotline Bling came out.
Oh, see, now if it was Hotline Bling, I know what that is.
Yeah, but that came out in the winter.
Oh, well,
All right, so One Dance is I'm in a one dance. That sounded like Shakira. It's not Shakira.
Hips don't lie.
It's not Shakira. It's Drake. But no, he did this special thing. One Dance was the first song on Spotify to reach 1 billion streams.
Really?
I remember it being a very big song and hearing it a lot. But since you are unfamiliar with One Dance, I feel like we can go with the Justin Timberlake hit "Can't Stop That Feeling" because it's much more approachable.
Yeah, I think.
Thanks to Trolls.
Oh gosh, now that I know it's associated with Trolls, I feel like maybe I should.
On the Spotify track. If you type it into Spotify...
Yeah, but I don't.
It pulls up Can't Stop That Feeling from the soundtrack of Trolls.
Oh, well, it spawned that demon. So I'm gonna give it to Can't Stop the Feeling just because I'm aware of that song. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grade that song and say, C-.
C- for Can't Stop That Feeling. I'll give it a C.
I'm not gonna lie, Timberlake from the last 10 years, meh. Unless it's with Jimmy Fallon.
Suit and Tie, what she did with Jay-Z, was his last really good song that was popular and last good album. But since then, it hasn't really been great.
Yeah, he had that the whole album that was this weird techno, like
In the woods.
futuristic stuff, and it was like the Filthy Hands song
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that it's like, what is this trash? Like, what is
I like
this?
that song, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was like a great song.
No, like that was one of those ones that like came on the radio and like play other places, or like I'm walking through a store and it's playing. I'm like, this is not fun to listen to. This is not enjoyable. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I much prefer him and Jimmy Fallon singing Africa, pretending to be at a summer camp. Look it up. It's funny and stupid.
Speaking of funny and stupid, let's talk about 2017, even though the song is not funny or stupid. Despacito by Daddy Yankee.
Or slowly. That's what it means.
I remember, and that's the only song we get to choose from this for 2017. So it's hands down Despacito. I remember this song, and I came up with this little phrase I like to go: "My burrito was a very tasty burrito indeedo. I'm just very sad that all my amigos weren't around to sharing this tasty burrito."
It's quality.
Yes.
Like, it spawned lots of this. I've also heard about a Cheeto. Here's what I would say about Despacito. It is a song that probably I'll give it 80% of parents wouldn't let their children listen to if the lyrics were in English. The song is 100% sexual.
And I remember it spawning also like the magenta. Like there was a big like Latinx Spanish song craze back in 2017.
And I'm okay. I love actually like Latino sounding music. I really enjoy. There was a band, and I'm trying to remember the name. Group One Crew, G1C. They lasted like 3 or 4 years, and there was one of their albums that I would actually say for a while was my summer album. Like through college, every summer I would just blast it, and I love the more Latin sounds there. But Despacito was, you talked about See You Again. Like,
oh yeah, Despacito, like I think it's the most watched YouTube video.
It has overtaken the others that we've mentioned so far as most watched YouTube video. And the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, hey, this is catchy. And then I heard it 17,000 more times that day, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, this is enough.
I like the song. My wife hates the Justin Bieber version of the song because she just doesn't like Justin Bieber, but likes like the Daddy Yankee version. So in honor of my wife, this is nothing against people of Puerto Rican descent. So Lin-Manuel Miranda, please do not come at us. But I have to, because my wife, and I love my wife, I have to give it a D.
I'm gonna give it a C-. Like, I won't actively avoid it now because it's been a while. It's spaced out now. I won't actively avoid it, but I'm not cranking it. That's for sure.
See, now we're on 2018, and I don't know either of the 2018 songs.
You don't know In My Feelings?
Nope. That was the Drake one that I missed.
I don't. When I see I Like It, I think of a different song that actually involves the crazy person we were talking about earlier,
Kanye,
and large square outfits that I don't know if you're aware of the song I'm referencing.
Nope, no idea.
Ooh. Anyway, so some of our listeners are aware of the song.
So I'm guessing you're tipping towards In My Feelings. I probably listened to In My Feelings because wasn't that the year that
there was the In My Feelings challenge? I
remember, like, if this was 2018. They were like the song from 2018 by Drake that I remember was the one where he references the bounce scene of New Orleans and loops the Lauryn Hill song. I'm blanking on the song name. I
don't know.
I keep letting you by. I don't know. Anyway.
So if you've ever heard the phrase "Kiki, do you love me?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably
riding? Say you never leave from beside me.
All right, so we're gonna, I guess, give it to Drake.
Yeah.
Instead of Cardi B, even though 2018 was the year of Cardi B. So since you are the I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a CC because like
A CC?
Yeah, because like
Kiki?
if it was to come on,
Do you love me?
I would probably just listen to it. I probably wouldn't turn it.
Yeah,
Nice for What is what I was thinking of.
Okay, yeah, I'm not as familiar with that one. So, In My Feelings by Drake, absolutely for me gets the vote for which one was the true song of the summer. And I'm gonna give it a B plus.
B plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B plus.
We're down to the final song of the decade.
Yes,
And
the final one.
I don't know. This one, like,
Well, there's two
Ooh.
options.
And one is a really strong, and both of them are strong ones.
I'm gonna say I'd have to hear a clip from the second one to know what it is.
Oh, so we got Old Town Road by Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes.
And we have Senorita by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
Camila Cabello.
Cabello.
Or Caballo,
Dun,
actually.
dun, dun,
She's a
dun,
horse.
dun. I think that's how it starts.
Oh, the one where she's dancing. Okay, yeah. I know what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm aware of this one. Because the music video is her, like, watching herself on a movie screen and then imagining she's herself.
I would say that the song of the summer is Old Town Road.
100,000%.
I think Senorita is a better song because it just didn't get beat to death. But yeah, I would say Old Town Road is probably the song of the summer. The thing I like that I wish they would have done with Old Town Road, which they did it on like an award show, but I wish they would have released the actual track. They did like 1,000 remixes of this.
Yeah.
I wish they would just put all the remixes together in a giant like Old Town Road remix, and I think that would be a fun song.
Well, I mean, at one point, Lil Nas X said that he was going to release an entire album that was just Old Town Road remixes. Like,
But now he's on to Panini.
Yeah. Why are you a meanie? There was another one where he's like doing weird vampire, like steampunk vampire crap. It's really weird.
I'm now interested.
Yeah, look it up. It's anyway. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Anyway, Old Town Road won 2019.
I think Old Town Road, and here's the thing about Old Town Road, right? If we're looking historically at these things, Old Town Road was one of the first ones that like I got like rumors and ripples of Old Town Road before
We've
summer hit.
referenced Old Town Road on this podcast before.
Yes, we have
Multiple times.
many times. But the thing was like, I guess I can name drop a little bit here, and that is, I had some folks like longtime listener of the podcast, Caleb Johnson, who were like, you need to play this. And so one day we got done with stuff in class, and we had like 2 minutes left where they were supposed to be working on some assignment, and they're like, please play it. And they're like, I promise there's nothing bad about it. And I play it, and there are a couple things that are not okay for me to be playing in class. I mean, they're borderline.
It's
very PG.
Yeah.
But I start playing it, and I was like, man, this is dumb. And then
You catch yourself
exploded.
singing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't get it out of your
I remember singing it like in class, like sixth hour. I was at lunch and I was just singing it as kids walked in. And I remember a kid saying, "I heard that song you were singing, Mr. Davidson. I heard that song you were humming." So
and yeah, I would say, and just the fact that it's attached. I mean, obviously, Lil Nas X is probably going to be remembered somewhat of a one-hit wonder. Like, yes, he has Panini, he has other things, and he'll keep coming. I'm sure he'll come up with more catchy ones that we'll see throughout previous or future summers.
I wanted to consider him a one-hit wonder per se,
but he's one mega hit.
He's one mega hit, yeah.
And so I would say that the fact that it's attached to Lil Nas X, who is just a character, like if you've ever followed him on Twitter, it's a ride. Like, it's hilarious for most part, and he'll tweet out memes that are making fun of himself and stuff. It's great. So I enjoy that as well. I think that plays into the fact that.
What grade do you give Old Town Road?
A.
Whoa, we got an A for Old Town Road. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm going A. I'm talking like we might even be nearing A plus range. Ooh,
like just because.
You want to give it an A plus?
I'm going to give it an A plus. I'm doing it.
There we go.
I'm doing it.
Because that adds some controversy for the final part where we have to determine the song of the summer for the decade.
All right. Song of the summer for the decade.
And there's two candidates. Both of us gave Party Rock Anthem an A. You gave Lil Nas X's Old Town Road an A plus where I gave it a B. So I'm going to give this to you. Are we going Party Rock Anthem? Or are we going Old Town Road?
Man, I'm gonna go based on recency bias. I'm going Old Town Road. Old Town Road, because if you combined now he released 70,000 remixes of this, right? But if you combine all of those things, it has more views than any of them. Like if you combine all of them, right? And I feel like he just did such a good job of literally adapting to the changing summer culture as it went. He just released a new version that had whoever was hot that moment. And the fact that one framework of a song became almost its own genre of music over the summer, that's impressive.
And it did bring Billy Ray Cyrus back from the dead.
It did. And people actually, cared about his daughter for like a minute or second.
Or didn't think about his daughter for a minute or a second. So the achy breaky Old Town, ride up on a tractor.
I mean, you always gotta keep the horses in the back, man.
So that is the song of the summer, Old Town Road and all of its remixes. That was the song of the summer for the decade. This summer, we don't know. So we'll find out as we go along. We might record another one saying, hey, this was the song of the summer. What'd you think? Oh, it was an F. F2 because it's not Old Town Road.
If you guys have things that you think we should see as you recognize this is the up-and-coming song of the summer for 2020, I feel like we didn't start the fire. But, just something relevant to the times. But yeah, so if you want to break from all of the chaos that is 2020, take a walk down memory lane of past songs of the summer and then see what you think is coming next.
But until next time, my name has been Paul Davidson.
My name is, and Lord willing will be, Scott Norman.
And we've been two
dumb woke guys.